keep in mind that when it comes to this area of suffering, I think it's important for us as believers to know that suffering is not a sign of a condemnation. We always think that God is disciplining us when we go through suffering. But what this passage is teaching us isn't that suffering is a sign of condemnation, but he says suffering is a sign of participation. That because we're joint heirs with Christ, he was in this world and he suffered. We're in this world and we're suffer. In this world, we will have tribulation, the scripture teaches. And there's another reason that we go through suffering. If there's a passage, and just jot it down, it's found in Colossians chapter 1, verse 24. Colossians 1:24 for you note takers. And it says this, Paul speaking to the church of Colossae says, I now rejoice in my sufferings for you. He says, I fill up in my flesh what is lacking in the afflictions of Christ for the sake of his body, which is the church. And now he says, I'm going through sufferings. As he says he's going through suffering, he says, I'm filling up in my body. The sufferings are overwhelming me. And it says this, to fill up in my flesh what is lacking in the afflictions of Christ. And you're saying, wait a second. He went through everything. I mean, he went through being rejected. He went through being mocked. He went through being tortured. He went through being crucified. What was lacking in that? The one thing that was lacking in his afflictions is this, our awareness of it. You understand that you can know of it and you can experience it. When you experience that suffering, when you experience that rejection, you're like, wow, now I know what you went through. See, you can say, I know, but until you experience, you really don't know. Let's just say that it was a bunch of men in this room, and we could say, I know what it's like for women to have babies. And we would be liars because, you maybe seen it, you maybe experienced it by watching it secondhand, but you've never gone through the experience of actually giving birth. And so keep in mind that he says, I rejoice in my sufferings because I'm going through this, and my sufferings are basically in seeking to get you this good news and seeking to get you saved and seeking to get you into a right relationship with Christ. Sufferings are happening because of that. He says, I'm rejoicing in that. Why?